Hey, I'm Antoine Anderson, and welcome to the channel. Hit that like and subscribe button so we can go ahead and continue to bring this content to you. We're going to be talking about this fish and grits recipe that I've been messing around with, and the back end conversation on the combo is going to be what goes down in those family court systems, especially in terms of divorce and child support. Some of you may be surprised, some of you more than likely, gentlemen, you're not going to be surprised. It is where the real cooking goes down because we definitely get cooked in those halls of justice. Let's get into it. Let's cook. First, we're going to add our dry mix. And then one of the containers, we're going to add some water to this lefty spice. Now, we used this yesterday on the chicken, but this works just as well on fish, and that's what we're going to get down to right now. Go ahead and add that water and whisk it in together. You want to get a nice, creamy, consistent product afterwards, like this. Go ahead and reach for your fish at this point. I'm going to put it in the other container for right now because I'm going to go ahead and add my seasoning. Got that Old Bay going. I'm going to hit it with some sazon and adobo. It's a mixture. Go ahead and get that other side and flip that over. Fish is one of those things where you don't have to put a whole lot of effort into it, not a lot of time or thought. It's just automatic. Season on that on both sides. Let's go ahead and put a dredge on this. Now, hindsight, I don't think I'll be dredging fish again. Um, you'll see the finished product. It looks great, but texture wise, I'm not sure if it was that the oil was not hot enough or it's just too much um, liquid batter. Kind of changed the texture of the fish. Go ahead and got my Uncle Buck's shaker box. Love that thing. Go ahead and give it a nice shake. And pull them bad boys out. That box is in there tight. It always hurts my fingers pulling that thing off. Now, while we're waiting for the oil to heat up, went ahead and poured a cup and a half of water and about a third of a cup of grits. Get that ready to go to boil. Test that water. Now, what you're going to end up with is nothing short of amazing. This is my fish and grits topped off with some green onion. Absolutely fantastic. There is one area in society that women do not want to see equality in, and that is going to be inside of those family courtrooms. Because if things were equal, I think we would have a whole lot less divorces being initiated by women. 80% of divorces being initiated by women. When it comes to child support, divorce decrees, it is so one-sided. It is Thor versus, oh my gosh, SpongeBob SquarePants. You're gonna get crushed. You're getting cooked for real. That judge that sits upon, you know, that bench and makes those orders. Listen, it's not even personal. There's something we're gonna focus on right now called the child support worksheet. Now, the child support worksheet basically lays down in dollars and cents what it is that you are going to be paying, no matter who initiates the action, whether it's the father or the mother. If there are children involved, it is supposed to be in the best interest of the child. But what you're going to find out here in this particular example, and there are many examples out there, but I'm just going to draw upon one. Uh, but before we get into that, let me tell you something else. The information that I'm going to show you is random, right? But it's public and it's real. Okay. Why? Because divorces, child support cases are public record. And you don't even have to pay to get access to this information. You can pull up a name and find out who is making what, how much their child allotment time is, uh, how much they're going to be paying, when their visitation schedule is. All of that's public record. I think if more women realize that they're, along with getting that child support, you're giving up all your information, maybe they would kind of think twice about putting it out there because it is public record. That's another discussion for another day. But taking a look at these numbers, I just want to point out one thing, and I'm going to focus on this like a laser. In this instance, the mother actually makes twice as much as the father. The mother will be the custodial parent, and the father will be paying her child support. But this is where things get nasty. This is some real nasty work. We're looking at numbers around $4,700 or so per month that the mother was making. The father was making less than half of that. Okay, talking about $2,300 a month. That's about $13 an hour. So, fellas, if you are making less than $13 an hour, prepare to have your ass handed to you, straight up. These are gross figures. I want to stress that. Gross monthly income. Child support doesn't care what you net. They're going to base child support on your gross. That is all the money you make before taxes and anything else come out. That's the number they're going to be using to figure out what your child support obligation is going to be. It gets worse. The current federal poverty level for 2024 is $15,000 a year. 15,000. Once you factor in your net pay and what you're going to be paying in child support, in this case, it's over $500 a month paid to the mother. The mother, although the calculations is there, this is what she's supposed to be providing for the children while they're with her primary time. Her $4,600 becomes, or $4,700 becomes $5,300. Great. However, that leaves that father with about $1,800 per month. Again, gross. As we all know, we don't pay bills with gross. We pay bills with net. So after your deductions, after everything else that comes out, you're looking at anywhere between $12,000 and $14,000 a year before anything else is paid. That is $3,000 below the poverty level for a single adult. $12,000, $12,000 to $14,000. In other words, you're getting cooked to the tune of poverty, and it's signed off by a judge. These courtrooms are literally putting you in poverty. The federal poverty level numbers are $15,000 for a single adult in this country. What you take home after taxes and insurance is less than that if you're paying child support. This whole metric is supposed to be what's in the best interest of the child. How is it in anyone's best interest to relegate a non custodial parent, be it male or female, whether the mother or the father? How is it in the child's best interest to put one of their parents in poverty? I'll wait. Just nasty work. There's just no getting around it. I don't know what you think, but what I see here is an area that needs to be worked on. There are some states now starting to make it mandatory for DNA testing to happen in the hospital, period, point blank, before you can file for child support. You got to have that done. It also would allow fathers in many cases to start the legitimization process, so you are guaranteed some rights right off the rip, since you are going to be paying child support regardless. Understand, coming into these family court systems has always been a raw deal for the majority of fathers, despite the fact that 49%, especially in my community, the African American community, 49% of the men alive today are not fathers. This is just for people who have become fathers. I don't know. You can say what you want, but one of the nastiest tricks played on American society is this notion of equality. This is not equal. Leave your likes, comments, suggestions. I'll talk to you later.